Huh?
Someone just said, would you make a song with YoungBoy?
Would I?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question, man.
So
That's a great question.
Yo, listen close. The streets are going absolutely crazy right now. And this ain't some regular rap chatter or fake internet hype. G Herbo is moving reckless, and people everywhere are starting to notice something feels way off. He's trying to keep one foot planted deep in Chicago with Lil Durk and O-Block, while the other foot is drifting way too close to an NBA YoungBoy lane, and that mix, yeah, it's dangerous. No cap at all. This whole situation is pure chaos. And once you really see what just went down, you'll understand why the internet is dragging him nonstop. We're talking about a guy who came up running with King Von, built his whole name alongside Lil Durk, and now he's in clubs yelling NBA YoungBoy lyrics like he's front row at a YoungBoy show. And that's only the beginning, because things got real uncomfortable during that live stream with his son, and people peeped it instantly. That was the moment when folks started saying, nah, Herbo been plotting something. Stick around, because this story runs way deeper than surface level drama, and honestly, it's starting to feel unsafe. I gotta break this down from the very beginning, because if you don't know the history between G Herbo and Lil Durk, you'll never grasp why this whole situation feels next level wild. These weren't just rap friends. These were real day ones. Two Chicago heavyweights who came up together side by side, holding it down for the city. They survived the same streets that took so many of the people they loved. While other rappers were chasing deals and running off to LA or Atlanta, these two stayed locked into Chicago, stayed true to their roots, and stayed loyal to each other. Herbo reps No Limit, right? And if you really dig into the history, you'll see that No Limit and O-Block connections go way beyond just labels or neighborhoods. This ain't about flexing affiliations. This is about family. People who grew up on the same blocks, went to the same schools, and lost the same friends to the same streets. That type of bond isn't something you just shake off. Remember when Herbo got shot in the foot? You know who was right there in the hospital with him. That's real loyalty. Look it up if you don't believe it. These ties run deep. This wasn't some clout friendship for cameras or headlines. And here's where it really hits hard. King Von, rest in peace to him. For real. He wasn't just Durk's artist or O-Block royalty. Von and G Herbo had a bond that went way beyond music. It was real life, real respect, real brotherhood. There are photos, videos, studio sessions, block moments, all showing genuine love between two Chicago natives who truly understood each other's struggle. Herbo even said it himself in an interview. He said King Von was his brother, that he loved him deeply, and that he knew Von long before fame ever touched either of them. Those are his words, not mine. Keep that locked in your head as this story unfolds, because trust me, that statement is about to come back around in a real uncomfortable way. Now let's talk about loyalty in Chicago. Loyalty ain't just about celebrating wins or popping bottles when money's flowing. Nah, it's about who stays solid when everything falls apart. And right now, everything is falling apart for Lil Durk. Fast forward to 2024, and this is where things get ugly. Lil Durk gets locked up on serious charges.
Chicago-born rapper Lil Durk appeared before a federal judge in Florida this morning.
We're talking murder for hire allegations, federal heat, the whole situation heavy as hell. This isn't some quick arrest where you bond out and disappear for a while. This is the kind of case where your whole future is on the line.
Chicago-bred rapper Lil Durk is now facing charges in connection to a murder for hire plot.
This is next level danger. The kind that has you thinking about your kids, your family, and whether you'll ever see freedom again. And in moments like that, it becomes real clear who's solid and who's not. While Durk is sitting down dealing with all this, the internet starts buzzing about G Herbo, and trust me, the talk ain't positive. Then the footage drops. Not blurry clips, not shaky angles. Clear HD footage, multiple angles, every second documented. G Herbo is in the club, but here's the wild part. He's not just there turning up. He's surrounded by NBA YoungBoy's crew. We're talking 44KT members, deep in the section. OGs, YoungBoy's brother, the whole squad right there, and Herbo looks way too comfortable. He doesn't look lost or out of place. He's smiling, dancing, vibing, moving like this is exactly where he wants to be. Like these are his people now. And the streets are watching every second of it. Now let me explain why this is such a huge problem. Quando Rondo, an NBA YoungBoy affiliate, was there the night King Von lost his life. And Quando's man, Lil Tim, is the one who pulled the trigger. That part isn't disputed.
To GBI, rapper King Von and his group were at Opium nightclub before making their way here to Monaco Hookah Lounge, then to the parking lot where chaos ensued.
YoungBoy wasn't physically there that night in Atlanta, but the streets already formed their opinion. Rumors say YoungBoy bailed Tim out, helped him financially, and stayed connected. Whether that's true or not doesn't even matter. In the streets, perception is reality. So now people see G Herbo, a man who called King Von his brother, a man who came up with Lil Durk, posted in the club with YoungBoy's crew. The optics are terrible. It looks like he's choosing a side, and it's not the side anyone expected. But it gets worse. The clip that really lit the internet on fire wasn't just Herbo standing next to 4KT members. It was him rapping NBA YoungBoy's music word for word, not just mouthing a line or two. This was full commitment. Bar for bar, every lyric, every ad-lib, every pause, like he studied the song, like he was performing, not just vibing. He's in the club with his girl, she's recording, and he's delivering YoungBoy's lyrics with passion and energy. This wasn't accidental. This looked intentional. And that's why the streets are talking the way they are right now. Now, some people are trying to downplay this like, it's just music, bro. Relax. Nah. In Chicago, it don't work like that at all. Music isn't just entertainment out there, it's communication. When you're rapping another man's lyrics, especially someone tied to your close circle's biggest rival, that's not random. And doing it while your longtime friend is locked up fighting for his future? Yeah, that's a message. Whether you admit it or not, the comment section went full meltdown mode instantly. Straight O-block energy. BJ, the same dude who was present the night King Von died and who reportedly fired back, jumped in calling Herbo soft. No sugarcoating, no filter. He made it real clear how he felt. And he wasn't alone either. People connected to Durk's camp, folks close to O-block, they were all watching quietly, and trust me, they weren't impressed at all. The streets started buzzing heavy. Every move Herbo made after that was under a microscope. But what really blew everything wide open wasn't a club clip. It was that live stream. G Herbo is on live with Ben Don, laughing, talking music, acting regular, nothing crazy. Then out of nowhere, his son steps into the frame in front of hundreds of thousands of viewers and asks a simple but loaded question. Would you make a song with NBA YoungBoy?
I just said, would you make a song with YoungBoy?
Would I?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question, man.
So
That's a great question.
The shift was instant. You could see it on Herbo's face. His eyes widened. His whole vibe changed. He froze, like his mind started racing a mile a minute. He knew whatever he said next could either save him or blow everything up. He starts stalling, stuttering, trying to find the safest way out. Then finally he says, "That's a good question, man. I don't know." That's a great question. I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question, man.
So
That's a great question.
And that pause said everything. If you're really solid with Lil Durk, if you truly meant it when you said King Von was your brother, that answer should have come instantly. No delay, no hesitation. Just a clean, firm, nah, that's not happening. But hesitation in the street speaks louder than words. Hesitation means you're weighing options. It means you're trying to keep both doors cracked open. And that's when people fully caught on. G Herbo isn't accidentally ending up in these situations. He's been carefully playing both sides. After that live stream, the internet went into detective mode. Folks started pulling up old clips, interviews, podcasts, and they found receipts. There's a podcast where Herbo straight up says he's cool with both Durk and YoungBoy. He literally says, "Me and YoungBoy, we don't got no beef. I'm cool with him. I want to see him win." Then in the same breath, he's talking about how King Von was his brother, how he loved him deeply. But here's where it stops making sense. You can't call someone your brother and still party with people connected to his death. That math doesn't add up. You can't say family and then turn around and vibe with their biggest rivals. That's not loyalty. That's playing both sides and everyone sees it clear as day. Let's keep it real. Playing both sides in Chicago is dangerous. Chicago street politics don't leave room for neutral energy. You're either with someone or you're against them. There's no safe middle. When real beef is active, when lives have already been lost, sitting on the fence is seen as disrespect to everybody involved. The streets remember everything. Durk's people are looking at Herbo like, "We stood by you when you needed support, and now when it's our turn, you're in the club with our rivals." That feeling hits deep. But flip it around. YoungBoy's side isn't dumb either. They see Herbo still tied to Dirk, so now they're questioning him too. Is this genuine, or is he just chasing attention? Trust is gone on both ends. That's the real problem. Herbo is stuck in a risky position where nobody fully believes him anymore. He tried to play both sides, but now both camps are peeping the play, and they're not buying it at all. And once the streets start thinking you're fake, things spiral fast. Fam, the fallout from this has been crazy. One side is calling Herbo a snake, saying he jumps toward whoever's hot at the moment. And let's be honest for a second, NBA YoungBoy is one of the hottest rappers out right now. So yeah, a lot of people believe Herbo is being strategic, lining himself up with whoever can help keep his name buzzing. But in Chicago, moves like that don't stay harmless for long. Let's really talk about it. When was the last time G Herbo dropped a record that shook the whole game? Some folks think he's looking at YoungBoy's run, his numbers, his fan base, and thinking he can tap into that energy. Then you've got another group saying, hold up! OG3 and YoungBoy aren't even Herbo's enemies. Why should he inherit Dirk's issues? And on the surface, that sounds reasonable. But here's where that argument falls apart. This isn't just about sides or affiliations. This is about respect. This is about showing love and solidarity when your people are going through the worst moment of their lives. Lil Durk is locked up. His freedom is on the line. He's facing the possibility of missing his kids growing up. That's not light. That's when your circle is supposed to tighten up and show exactly where they stand. Nobody's saying Herbo had to jump into any conflict, but you also don't need to be in the club dancing with the other side's crew, rapping their songs, or freezing up on a live stream saying, I don't know, when asked about working together. Neutral doesn't look like that. Neutral looks like staying quiet, staying out the way, keeping distance. But Herbo didn't do that. Instead, he stayed active with both sides, trying to keep relationships alive on both ends. That's the textbook definition of playing both sides. If he truly wanted no part of it, he'd remove himself completely. But trying to sit in the middle, that doesn't fly in Chicago, and the timing makes this whole thing even worse. If this happened years ago, when Dirk was free and King Von was still alive, maybe people wouldn't react this hard. But right now, Dirk is staring down the fight of his life. And that's exactly when loyalty is tested. Instead of standing firm, we got Herbo looking like he's auditioning for 4KT. And here's the part he might not fully be seeing. Moves like this can put you in real danger. This isn't hype or exaggeration. This is reality. When you're playing both sides in a situation where people have already lost their lives, you're putting yourself in a risky position. If someone from O Block sees Herbo in the wrong place at the wrong time and feels some type of way about him partying with 4KT, emotions could take over. And on the flip side, if someone from YoungBoy's camp thinks Herbo isn't genuine, that can create tension too. That's how you end up with problems coming from both directions. Herbo is setting himself up to be questioned everywhere he goes. That's not a safe spot for anybody. Now zoom out for a second. This isn't just about G Herbo and Lil Durk. This is bigger than that. The streets are watching this like a case study. This is about patterns. We've seen it before. Someone gets locked up and suddenly the so-called day ones start moving funny. People who screamed family start distancing themselves, or worse, start popping up with the other side. But this situation hits harder because of who G Herbo is. He built his whole image on authenticity, loyalty, being solid, repping Chicago with pride. He's not some industry-made character. He's someone who lived what he rapped about. So when a figure like that starts moving questionable, it shakes trust across the board. If G Herbo can switch up, people start asking, who really won't? That doubt spreads fast. And think about the younger generation watching this. Kids are seeing him in the club with 4KT. They're watching him freeze when his son asks about YoungBoy. And the lesson they're learning is that loyalty is optional, that it's okay to change up when someone's down. That's dangerous thinking. The streets run on codes, respect, and trust. When those break down, everything gets unstable. This situation isn't just drama, it's a lesson playing out in real time. And here's the part that really makes people uneasy. This could escalate into something much worse. When you're playing both sides in a situation where people are still grieving and emotions are raw, you're not just risking your own safety, you're risking everyone around you. Imagine Herbo actually dropping a song with YoungBoy. You think people back in Chicago would just shrug it off? Nah, that would be seen as the ultimate line crossing. Or picture Herbo out somewhere with YoungBoy's crew and someone from Chicago recognizes him. someone who lost a friend, someone still hurting over King Von. Emotions don't always stay controlled. People make split-second decisions they can't undo. And it wouldn't just affect Herbo, his whole circle could feel the fallout. That's the real danger of playing both sides. So where does that leave things? G Herbo is in a tight spot right now. And honestly, it's a situation he walked himself into. Every move matters. The streets are watching. Social media is lighting him up. People from his own city are losing respect fast. Some think he'll address it, maybe try to explain it away as promoting peace, but that angle probably won't work. Too many people already see through it. Others think he'll stay silent and hope it fades away. But in 2024, nothing fades away online. Those club clips aren't disappearing. And then there's Lil Durk. Just imagine him sitting there watching this unfold, seeing someone he once called a brother turning up with the other side. That kind of realization hits deep when you're locked up. You find out real quick who's truly riding. Right now, Herbo's name might not be on that list. And this story, yeah, it's far from over. Now, before we wrap this up, make sure you show love the right way. Smash that like button. Share this video with everyone who's really tapped in. Turn on notifications and subscribe to Velvet Flow because the streets never sleep and neither do we. Tomorrow's drop is about to be even crazier, deeper, and straight unmissable. So the real question is this: is G Herbo finally gonna pick a side, or is he still gonna keep trying to stand in the middle? One thing's for sure, this situation just turned real and it's getting more dangerous by the day. When you're playing both sides in something like this, eventually something's gotta give. Sooner or later, you either make a choice or both sides make it for you. If Herbo is riding with Lil Durk and O-Block, then ride all the way. That means no more club appearances with 4KT, no more rapping NBA YoungBoy songs like it's nothing, no mixed signals. But if he wants to stay close with YoungBoy, then he's got to understand what comes with that. That means burning bridges with Durk, O-Block, and a whole city that once looked at him like family. That's the trade-off. What he's doing right now, trying to keep everybody happy, playing politics, that's the most dangerous lane you can be in, especially in a place like Chicago where politics don't stay on the internet. That's exactly where Herbo is standing today. So let me ask you, do you think G Herbo is wrong for trying to play both sides? Do you think this situation could really turn physical? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I want to hear what the people think. Make sure you join the family. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay locked in. We drop heat every single day, and trust me, tomorrow's upload is gonna go even harder. Smash that like button again. Share this with your homeboys. Flood the comments with your opinions. This is Velvet Flow, where the real street conversations live. This story is far from over. Things might get worse before they get better. Stay safe out there. And remember, loyalty isn't just a word, it's a lifestyle. Right now, everybody's watching to see who's really about it. Because in Chicago, playing games can get you hurt. And G Herbo, he's in the middle of a very dangerous situation. This isn't just rap drama anymore. This is real life, real consequences, and every move counts.